Imagine standing on the edge of a towering plateau, gazing down into a labyrinth of fiery red spires, glowing gold in the morning sun. These strange stone figures, some tall and thin, others squat and twisted, look almost alive. Are they nature's sculptures or the remnants of a forgotten civilization? Welcome to Bryce Canyon National Park, a place where geology, legend, and history intertwine in ways you never imagined. Stay with us because by the end of this journey, you will see why this place is unlike anywhere else on earth. Bryce Canyon lies in southern Utah along the eastern rim of the Pensacont Plateau, part of the vast Colorado Plateau region at elevations between 8,000 and 9,000 feet. It overlooks a series of massive natural amphitheaters, not a single canyon. From these high vantage points, the land falls away into a dreamscape of hoodoos, fins, and natural bridges, with views stretching over 100 miles on clear days. The story of Bryce Canyon begins over 50 million years ago, when much of this region was covered by a vast freshwater lake. Over time, sediments of limestone, siltstone, and sandstone accumulated, forming the Claron Formation. Then nature's sculptors got to work. The oceanic Farallon plate began to subduct beneath the continental North American plate. This subduction created immense heat and pressure, causing the land in the region known as the Colorado Plateau to rise by nearly a vertical mile. This geological uplift raised the plateau high above the surrounding land, exposing it to the elements. The real artistry came from frost weathering, a process unique to high altitude desert climates. Each winter, water seeps into the tiny cracks in the rock, freezes overnight, and expands, breaking the rock apart bit by bit. Combined with summer rains and snow melt, this process carved the delicate spires we see today. Here, erosion works sideways into the plateau, creating amphitheaters rather than a single deep canyon. The hoodoos are constantly changing, some collapsing, others forming, in a geological cycle that never ends. Bryce Canyon also lies in an area with mild seismic activity. While earthquakes are rare and small, they contribute to rock falls and help shape the cliffs. Wind, temperature swings, and gravity all play a role in sculpting this remarkable landscape. The Southern Paiute people lived here long before settlers arrived. To them, these rock spires weren't just stone, they were legend people, turned to rock by trickster god Coyote as punishment for wrongdoing. These legends gave the land deep spiritual meaning. The Paiute relied on the plateau's forest for pine nuts, the valleys for deer and rapids, and the streams for fresh water. They lived in harmony with the land, moving seasonally to survive the harsh winters. In the late 1800s, Mormon pioneers expanded into southern Utah. One of them, Ebenezer Bryce, settled in the Paria Valley in 1875. A skilled carpenter, he built a road into the plateau for logging and a canal to irrigate the crops. Locals began calling the area Bryce's Canyon, a name that stuck, even though Ebenezer himself moved away after just 5 years. Word of Bryce Canyon's beauty spread through photographs and stories. In 1923, President Warren G. Harding declared it a national monument. 5 years later, it became Bryce Canyon National Park, protecting over 35,000 acres of geological wonders for future generations. Because of its high elevation, Bryce Canyon experiences cool summers, cold, snowy winters, and dramatic temperature swings between day and night. The park's ecosystem range from ponderosa pine forests at lower elevations to spruce fir woodlands higher up. In spring and summer, meadows burst with wildflowers, mule, deer, black bears, mountain lions, and over 200 bird species, including peregrine falcons, call this place home. Bryce Canyon is not a single canyon, but a series of natural amphitheaters or bowls carved into the edge of a high plateau. The most famous of this is the Bryce Amphitheater, which is filled with irregularly eroded spires of rocks called hoodoos. Perhaps every visitor to the park will spend at least some time marveling at its four main viewpoints, all found within the first few miles of the park: Bryce Point, Inspiration Point, Sunset Point, and Sunrise Point. Between April and October, a shuttle service is operated in this area of the park to reduce congestion. Other viewpoints are found all along the park's 18-mile main road, which travels from the park's only entrance in the north along the plateau rim to its highest elevations in the south. Hiking trails explore the forests of the plateau, connect between viewpoints along the rim of the Bryce Amphitheater, and wander through the hoodoos below. Horseback rides are another way to experience Bryce Canyon during the summer season. Bryce Canyon offers two campground sites, and lodging is available at the Bryce Canyon Lodge during the summer season. During winter, hotel rooms are available in the park at the Sunset Hotel. Today, Bryce Canyon attracts over 2 million visitors a year. Hiking trails like the Navajo Loop and Queen's Garden lead visitors down among the hoodoos. Scenic drives offer breathtaking viewpoints such as Sunrise Point and Bryce Point. The nearby towns like Tropic and Bryce Canyon City thrive on tourism, offering lodging, dining, and guiding services. For the Paiute and other locals, cultural tourism, art, and traditional crafts remain part of the local economy. Because of its remote location and minimal light pollution, Bryce Canyon is one of the best stargazing sites in North America. On clear nights, thousands of stars, the Milky Way, and even meteor showers are visible to the naked eye. In Bryce Canyon, time moves differently. Rocks that took millions of years to form stand beside trees just a century old, under skies as ancient as the universe itself. Whether you come for the hiking, the stargazing, or simply to stand in awe of nature's artistry, one thing is certain. Once you see Bryce Canyon, you will never forget it. And perhaps, just perhaps, you will hear the whisper of the legend people in the wind.